Welcome back everyone, Mariah here, and in today's video we're going over the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe another coin or two. I hope you all had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. I got to spend a good amount of time outside. I miss you guys. It's been like 3 days or so since I posted a video. As you could tell, I sound a little bit sick, so excuse my nasally voice today. I wasn't even sure how my voice was going to come out today, so I had to rest a little bit. I just didn't really have the energy to be making any videos. But let's get into Bitcoin, the price, and see. I'll be telling you guys exactly what my game plan is moving forward. So let's look here at the daily chart. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 36.9 approximately. As you could see here, over the past week or so, we've been seeing some serious rejections by this moving average right here. And we continue to see that. The price of Bitcoin wicks up to that price point and then gets rejected. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that my anticipation and what I was actually originally anticipating was once we saw these two strong candles coming off of those lows of Bitcoin, I thought that excuse me, Bitcoin was going to continue upwards to this moving average and hit it sometime in the first week of June. And I anticipated that to happen the first week of June. But the longer that Bitcoin takes, well, now that it's trending downward, I think it's possible that it's going to take longer for Bitcoin to reach that point. And the longer it takes for Bitcoin to reach this moving average, well, the lower that moving average is getting. If this happens, you know, let's say sometime around like June 7th or 8th, then you're looking at about the $45,000 price point. So unfortunately, the longer it takes Bitcoin to get to this 50 DMA, lower the rejection point is going to be. We'll see here what happens, but you know, we might see it being rejected sometime like the second week of June, closer to 42,000, but right now there's just going to be a slow grind when it comes to Bitcoin. Stay patient out there. You know, there isn't any convincing bullish trades at this point, at least for the longer term on the daily chart. So I'm staying patient. I'm really not doing much because the charts aren't giving us a lot of conviction in one way or the other. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 12-hour chart here. 12-hour chart, we saw a higher low, and so we would need Bitcoin to get over about, you know, $41,000 to show some bullish conviction here, but we're not quite seeing that unless we saw some monster candle come in. But you could see here that this moving average has also been rejecting the price quite a bit as well. So Bitcoin is having a really hard time when it comes to breaking through a lot of these moving averages. We're seeing a ton of resistance. The 4-hour chart is starting to look a bit better here, as we have seen some higher lows. We saw a higher high here. So if Bitcoin can hold the low of this particular candle right here, which is 34,183, and that's definitely a bullish sign for Bitcoin. But as you can see here, all of these points of rejection, you might want to anticipate the price being rejected at about $41,000. So $41,000 seems to be a pretty critical point for Bitcoin. Let's go and take a look at the 1-hour chart. Trending downwards, not looking very strong here on Bitcoin. Honestly, like the more I look at these charts, the more that I'm kind of like, I might be willing to sell off maybe half a Bitcoin or a full Bitcoin into any signs of strength in the in the next coming days. Let's take a look here at the 30-minute chart, trending downwards. Let's take a closer look here at the 5-minute. The 5-minute is showing some strength. And what's interesting here is that this candle right here is the 930 candle. Right now it's 936. So I haven't even looked at traditional markets, but I would say that they are up this morning after looking at this chart, because I think Bitcoin is probably correlating. So the 5-minute chart is actually looking pretty solid. And with that, let's go and take a look at S&P. S&P is up. S&P has opened up incredibly strong this morning, which Bitcoin has correlated with. So we are up at 421.94. And let's go and take a look back at that daily chart. I recently drew this channel, and this isn't an all-time high yet, but an all-time high would be if the S&P, or right now we're looking at SPY, crossed above 422.82. So it's right there. It's right there. Let's see here. We could see, you know, like a SPY make a higher high, maybe around like 430. But if it wants to go and hit up the top of this channel, you know, you could see that happening at about 440. But, you know, S&P looking really strong in this channel. And I am anticipating it to make a new all-time high this week. 4-hour chart here looking really good as well here on SPY. Let's go and take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is also trending upwards. So this is good that we're seeing strength in SPY because that's probably going to correlate over to the crypto market as well. You know, we might see in terms of time frame that next, like for S&P, it's going to be a new all-time high. For Bitcoin, it's going to be a local top. For SPY, it could also happen, you know, the first or second week of June. So anticipate some continuous correlation. While we're over here, let's take a look at Tesla. So what I've been saying on the Tesla daily chart here is I'm anticipating that we get rejected by this particular moving average. Tesla is opening up quite strong this morning. So let's say, you know, it takes a few more days for Tesla to get there. And as this moving average continues to slope downward, you know, 650 might be a sweet opportunity to short Tesla. And I had said in a previous video that I was actually considering it. I just haven't had the time to really make that decision. So I am just kind of sitting on the sidelines and watching, but I think that could be a massive opportunity. But overall, electric vehicle stocks and electric vehicle related stocks are all up this morning. So these are just, you know, a handful of the ones that I keep an eye on that are connected or related to the electric vehicle space. Let's go and take a look back at crypto. Let's take a look at the Ethereum chart. So this is a daily chart of Ethereum. You can see here that, you know, I'm anticipating, like I said, on Bitcoin to be rejected by that 50 DMA. But Ethereum has already been rejected by that 50 DMA. Technically here, you know, Ethereum in the past few days has made a higher low, which is a massively positive sign. So Ethereum could be showing some strength over the next week, potentially more strength than Bitcoin. As you know, last week I sold some Ethereum for Bitcoin. So when it comes to this Ethereum chart, it's actually looking, in my opinion, significantly better than the Bitcoin chart. If we can break above this DMA and close above it, I think that'll be a massively bullish sign for Ethereum. So I would be waiting for that. You can see here that Ethereum wicked above it, but it didn't close above it. So closing above it is an additional sign of strength. Bitcoin's now moving close to 37.2 as the stock market continues to open up strong. So let's go and take a quick look back at the 5-minute chart here on SPY, which pulled back a little bit since the really strong open, but you know, Bitcoin is correlating with the sentiment around around SPY at the moment. So back to Ethereum, let's take a look at lower level time frames. 12-hour chart gave us a bullish entry here as the green 2 started trading above the green 1 at approximately the 27-23 range, but then obviously has pulled back today. As you can see here, this is another point. You can probably anticipate some rejection. You can see right here, Ethereum had a really hard time getting over this DMA. Over the next few days, we can anticipate maybe some rejection at 28 again. So that might not be a terrible time if you're looking to exit your Ethereum position. 4-hour chart, not looking too bad as well. Making higher lows, but we see this red 2 trading above this red 1, so that might you know, scare you a little bit here, but just could be making, you know, a higher low on Ethereum on the 4-hour chart and then continue to the upside to make a higher high. On the 1-hour chart here, looking like it's showing some weakness here on Ethereum, but obviously correlation here with the traditional markets opening up. Bitcoin approaching 37.3, so this might be a good time to maybe sell off a tiny bit, just to sell into some strength. Let's take a look at the 5-minute on Ethereum, which is looking really strong, really nice. So I'm anticipating this strength to continue throughout the day, but we shall see. We have Nexo at 202. Nexo is looking pretty strong, making a higher high. One thing that I really never considered was Celsius and Celsius's price action as everything started crashing significantly over the last few weeks. And so the Celsius chart has remained quite strong and stable. So from a percentage standpoint, Celsius didn't fall nearly as much as the other coins, which is really quite interesting. DOT sitting here at 22.78, Dogecoin at about 32 cents, BNB at 3.55, Ethereum Classic 67.71. So everything is down, about 1 to 5 from a percentage point standpoint. Let's look at the Coinbase stock. So Coinbase stock is looking a little bit better, but honestly, I've been saying this for weeks now. I have no desire to enter, and I do believe that we're going lower. What's really hard with the new stock is having enough data to make a good decision. So it's in this situation, I would consider this catching a falling knife. Here on the daily chart though, ton of rejection here by this moving average. Let's take a look at the 12-hour chart. Not much of a difference there. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, showing a tiny bit of strength. So if we could hold above 22.23, we could hold above that, then there might be a little bit of strength for Coinbase. But if Coinbase breaks between $200 and $23, I think we're making a lower low. And I think that we are going, to 2,000 or sub 2,000. So that's all I'm going to be able to give you today on this video, as I am not really feeling my absolute best. But if you want to support my channel, I have a ton of links down below. Like if you want to get on TradingView and use indicators, and you want to use more indicators, you'll have to upgrade. There's a link for that. If you want to sign up with the Gemini exchange, there's a link for that. Celsius. So on Celsius, you basically will get $40 of free crypto if you have if you deposit $400 in your Celsius account and you leave it in there for 30 days. So that's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.